Did you hit play? Okay. Have you ever been, laying in bed, sleeping, your alarm goes off, and you just don't want to go to work? Don't want to get up, don't want to go to school, don't want to do whatever you have in store for the day. So you hit that snooze button. A couple minutes later, alarm goes off again. And you have to mentally make yourself get out of that bed. So you do. You get out of that bed and you start going through your morning routines, getting ready, trying so hard to just psych yourself up, to go out into the world and do whatever you need to do. And you go out. Let's say you're driving to work or you're driving to school and your head starts hurting. And you're just like, oh gosh, great. Now I have a headache. Cool. Even better. I know I have. And you get there. Let's say you get to work. And then as you're going through everything, you're realizing, oh look, this person didn't do this, or this didn't happen. And you start nitpicking all these things that didn't get done. And then your stomach starts to hurt. And as the day goes, you get more nauseous. And you're tired, and you're irritable, and your head hurts, and you just don't want to be there. And okay, we've all had that happen. And well, let's say you get off work and you go home and you walk in, and that should be your peace. And if you're like me with a bunch of kids, you get swarmed by kids. Every one of them so excited to see you, and all they want to do is talk to you, get your attention, tell you about their day, but they can't be patient, right? Because they're kids. So they're all talking over each other, and you have to listen to 7 different conversations at once. So then you get overwhelmed and you get this feeling in the pit of your stomach that's just screaming to you, run away, get away. So you go and you lock yourself in your room and you're in a safe little bubble. And you think, okay, so now you feel better, right? Because you got away and you're back in your home and in your bubble, in your bedroom, where it all started, where you never wanted to leave in the first place. But you don't. Because now you feel bad because you're hiding in your room. You know what that's called? That's called burnout. A lot of people may think it's just a bug. Oh, your stomach hurts because you got the stomach bug. Your head hurts because you got allergies. You're tired because you stayed up too late watching one more episode of NCIS. Who knows? It could be anything. Maybe you're a mom working 2 jobs while going to college and trying to write a 6-minute speech to present after you've worked all day. It could be anything. But it could even be emotions. It doesn't have to be that you worked yourself into the ground. It could just be that you have all these pent up emotions inside that you don't let out. And you're just holding them and they're just eating you and festering inside of you because they need to be let out. That is another way of having burnout. Burnout can show itself in many different ways to everybody. Men and women, according to, Amelia Nagoski and Amelia Nagoski, who are sisters, and I'll talk about them in a minute. Burnout is different for men and women. It is presented in a lot of different ways. And a lot of people did not know that it presents itself physical a lot of the time. It's your body saying, hey, you need to take a break. In the wise words of Amelia Nagoski, stress could cause physiological symptoms. Another good person who knows a lot about burnout is Dr. Adam Borland, PsyD. And he will tell you fatigue and all these other signs of even signs of depression aren't even depression sometimes. Sometimes they're just signs of burnout. And they get misdiagnosed. It can be a lot of different things. Things that you can do is talk to someone. And I'm not talking about a family member or a coworker or a friend. Talk to someone who's non-biased, who has nothing to gain out of it, but everything to give by helping you. Go talk to a psychologist. Go talk to a counselor. You can go for a walk. Another thing you can do is hold your breath and tense every muscle in your body and count to 10. What that does is it helps to reset your stress cycle, which Emily Nagoski talks about. She has an awesome YouTube channel on TED Talk. I don't know if those are the same thing, but she has a recording on TED Talk where she talks about the stress cycle and how, back in the day, she says how, you'd be stalked by a lion and your stress level would go up. And that would tell you to run from this lion. And you'd run all the way back to your village and everyone would, jump up and down, clap their hands. The sun would shine brighter, the grass would be greener, because that was the completion of it. So that's start and finish of your stress cycle. And she goes into that, more talk about how nowadays we're so pampered that we don't have that beginning and end, because you can't just run away from a lion back to your village and everything's okay. You have to sit in traffic, you have to do all this stuff, or you never get a break from your stressor. But stressors can be managed, and that is something that people need to learn how to do for their own health, their physical health and their mental health, because burnout is both. Another really smart person is Teresa G. Udall from Gale Health and Wellness Online Collection, or also the Cleveland Clinic of Mental Health. Both of them talk about different ways to even prevent it. And the two things that they mostly agree on is communication, talk. If you don't like something, say you don't like it. If something makes you angry, say it makes you angry. Don't hold it in. And self-care, take a couple minutes for yourself. Whether it's in a bath, a hot shower, watching a movie, or even taking a nap. Give yourself a chance to recharge. And I hope today you've learned something, because Lord knows me, that's something